Here we go.
Yo, what's going down, Green Screen Entertainment fans? It's your homie Jay Green, back right now with my review for A24's newest release, Backrooms. Now, of course, before we get started, as I said to you in that last video, your homie is trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, or at least by the end of the year. So if you're enjoying the content that I'm providing, the knowledge that I'm breaking down, the thoughts and the feelings, and some of the fun along the way, do me a huge favor. Thumbs up, subscribe, and share with anybody that is a film fan. Maybe someone might have something to say in regards to my take on a movie, or if someone might be on the fence as to whether or not that movie in particular is worthy of a trip to the theater. That being said, on with the review. This movie is directed by Kane Parsons, who also wrote this movie alongside Will Sudik, and is based on this guy's YouTube series where evidently people are going into these back rooms, getting lost or taken, or I don't know what. I've never seen the YouTube series, but evidently it's been around for some time and it is very popular. Now, this movie stars Chiwetel Ejiofor, Renate Renziv, Mark Duplass, Finn Burnett, and Lukita Maxwell. Now, for those of y'all who have no idea what Backrooms is all about, we're following Chiwetel Ejiofor's character. He is the owner of this furniture shop, and he's rolling solo. He's been kicked out of his relationship, kicked out of the house that he paid for. He's definitely harboring some anger and some resentment, and even probably some guilt that he refuses to admit or acknowledge as to how it went down to his therapist. And one night in his furniture shop, as he's trying to figure out this electrical issue that the store has been having, he ends up slipping through one of these walls. Crazy, right? So he starts investigating. There's something back there. He hears noises. He runs in fear. And then he's like tripping out like, what the F did I just stumble onto? A couple days later, he has another therapy session. He's telling his therapist about this. Of course, she kind of casts it out like, man, are you on drugs? Are you drinking right now? Like, what's really going down? And he leaves in a huff. Then he gets two people that work with him to research this situation, and now we got a movie. Now, this movie is multi-layered, and there's gonna be probably 3 different reactions from 3 specific communities of film fandom. So let me try to break this down. Number 1, on this movie's surface, this dude works at this furniture shop, he goes through the wall, and now he's kind of stuck trying to figure his way out. People get got, things of this nature, we don't know why. That's what the movie is. You're watching this man for about 2 damn hours go through these different corridors, encounter weird situations, weird positions for furniture, hear some sounds, some creepy elements, tension, suspense, claustrophobia. And it works with that. On another layer, this guy is dealing with some deep levels of trauma, anger, and his therapist is dealing with certain things as well. And so as both of them are communicating with each other, and then as the movie is going along, this movie is definitely laying some subliminal messages. For some of y'all, it might be very on the nose. For me, over my head for certain, but those messages and those things are there beneath the surface as to what this movie is speaking to beyond just these weird, creepy rooms through this transparent doorway, if you will. And it works with that. Then you have the aspect of the Twilight Zone Outer Limits style episode where you're getting the mystery up top, the person dealing with some ish, trying to work through that ish while they're trying to figure out this mystery and situation. And then you're gonna get some of those creepy elements, those horrific images and suspenseful moments within the mist and the mayhem that is the problem at hand. And it works with that. Now, overall, when I walked out of this movie, I feel like it worked on all of those levels. Even if for me, walking out, I was a little confused on the ending and maybe what the overall message and intention was for specific characters. As I watch it later on in the future, I'm sure that I'll understand a little bit more, or I'll watch an explainer video and I'll have even more appreciation for what Kane Parsons was able to bring to us. Now, when I said that there's going to be probably 3 different reactions, you got the critic reaction, which is already pretty good because critics look deep into that. They studied story and these elements and all that type of stuff. So they probably caught all of that messaging and were like, yeah, okay, cool. Writing it down on their little clipboards, shit like this. Then you're gonna have the film fan, film aficionado like myself, who maybe doesn't see all of that messaging, maybe doesn't get everything, but can still respect the attempt, can still respect the execution that was and can still respect someone coming from a YouTube space, blazing onto the scene with A24 and a pretty good film. Then you're gonna have the type of dude that was sitting next to me in the movie when it ended says, what the fuck was that? The average moviegoer, who everything might just go straight up over their head, and when they saw the trailer, were expecting something a bit more tangible, a bit more grounded in a jump scare or a being that's actually chasing you through these rooms, maybe an alien of some sort or some type of alternate dimension, very on the nose things. But that's the beauty in horror or even any film, is that it doesn't always have to be on the nose to be terrifying, right? So while my man over here probably wasn't really feeling this movie, I was feeling it because this movie has those creepy elements, but more than that, it has the mystery throughout. You never fully understand, what is this? How did we get here? Why is this the way that it is? And that is something that kind of kept me engaged throughout, because as the movie goes through, it doesn't give you any real answers. It gives you nuggets of information that you can probably either look deeper into, or maybe you understand the symbolism behind this, that, or the other thing. So I feel like this is one of those movies where you can watch it more and more and more, and you'll always pull a little something out of it. And for that to be a first-time debut for a YouTuber turned Hollywood film director, that's phenomenal. And to me, deserves a hand clap. Now, there's not a whole lot of people in this film. Finn Bennett and Lakita Maxwell, they're a bit of the comic relief, but they're not jokey. They say some things that we would be saying if we were in this situation. They respond in a way that we would probably respond if we were in this situation from the outside looking in. So they're the audience in this particular situation. Chiwetel Ejiofor and Renee Rinziv, they carry the movie. Their interactions, their acting caliber, what they have to deal with when their characters are nervous, maybe hysterical, confused, you buy every single bit of it. I shouldn't have to tell you that Chiwetel Ejiofor is an Academy Award. I don't remember if he won for 12 Years a Slave, but I'm pretty fucking sure he was nominated. This man is a phenomenal actor and doesn't get enough love, right? Need to see him much, much more. But between him and Renee, they definitely carry this movie, and everything that they're going through, they sell you on that. So acting from top to bottom was great. Direction was great. The creativity, this plot, this idea could easily feel like it overstayed its welcome in a 2-hour film, but it doesn't. And again, I think it's because of whatever those previous series were on this guy's YouTube channel and however he adapted those into a feature film that told a little bit more or a different story completely. Again, I don't have no idea what those series was all about. I'm only judging what I got right in front of me. And so I thought that all of those elements, from direction to acting to the creative story and being able to execute it, I think that this movie is great for what it is. Now, I will say this movie takes its time. As it's taking its time, I would consider that to be a bit of a slow burn, because it does get a bit more intense as it goes, and it unfolds a little bit more mystery to each of the main characters, and some of the mystery, if you will, as to what this place actually is and maybe what this place is doing. But where the movie really shines is in its visuals. The claustrophobia that you feel in some of these tight spaces, the different rooms, the eeriness, the suspense, the tension, and then when you kind of see what's down there and how threatening it is and what it's doing to someone's mind, that's pretty fucking creepy. So that's where the movie really shines and excels. Is it worthy of a trip to the theater? Yes and no. It depends who you are. If you're the type of person that loves those really weird, claustrophobic at times, maybe very subliminal messaging type horror movies, maybe a little bit more psychological, maybe a little bit more introspective type films, then this might be right up your alley, and you might love a night out at the movie theater for it. But there's not a whole lot going on in the film. So as far as spectacle on the big screen, yes, you could probably see it on streaming, but again, another person coming from the YouTube space, getting seen by A24 and then giving us a great debut, that's to be celebrated. So that's on you if you want to go to the theater. I enjoyed my time at the theater. I was on the edge of my seat wondering what was going on, but I'm just talking about as far as a the whole film fan community out there. If you're a critic type or a film aficionado, I think you'll enjoy your time. But if you're like the dude sitting next to me, average person who probably don't pay much attention to whatever is whatever and just wants a big spectacle, maybe this one will be a letdown for you. But I still think that it was a great film. I'll probably swoop it on Blu-ray 4K. You know how I get down with the get down. Also, I want to give mad love to all the filmmaker and directors coming from the YouTube space. I say all of, but I only know a few off the top of my head. One, David F. Sandberg for Lights Out. Two, you had the Philippou brothers, Danny and Michael, who gave us Talk to Me and Bring Her Back, chilling. Three, Markiplier for Iron Lung. I didn't even see Iron Lung, but I heard that a lot of people really like that movie. This dude's been around for a while, adapted like I think a video game into his Iron Lung movie, funded it himself, and is doing very well, so big ups on that. And then now, Kane Parsons with Backrooms, getting Chiwetel Ejiofor to star in it, by the way. I think that all of that right there needs to be celebrated, and it should let every single person out there know that if you have an idea, a thought, or something you might want to put out there, something you want to say, that you too can do it. Whether it be with an iPhone, like that movie Unsane or Tangerine. But this just goes to show you that as of right now, there might be a limit to certain things you can do in a certain regard, but there's still a way to get what you want to say or what you want to make out there for everybody to experience. And that's pretty fly. It's a good time to be alive. So what say y'all? Was Backrooms on your radar? Have you ever heard of this? Did you ever watch the YouTube series? Yo, I'm really interested. I want y'all to do me a favor. Let me know in the comments below. Yo, your homie, Jay Green, I'm out.